If you're looking to see what the monk looks like and plays like in Diablo Immortal, this video is for you. What is up, my friends? My name is ECHO and we're back on the channel looking at the monk today. If you guys recall, just a few days ago, we looked at 20 minutes of gameplay of the Demon Hunter, and I realized that a lot of you guys had never seen that footage before, so I'm really stoked about bringing you the monk because this is probably even more rare of footage. All of this footage is coming from BlizzCon 2019 via the Twitch channel of Pinty Panda. He was at BlizzCon and was able to stream this, and it seems that those files were still available. I'll be linking his channel down below if you want to go take a look. Mind you, it's not in English, so if you're looking for some English commentary, you won't find it there. But the monk is a character that's maybe not the most popular inside of Diablo Immortal. So this is going to be kind of cool gameplay to take a look at. If you like Immortal, if you like watching me here on YouTube, make sure you sub the channel because when Diablo Immortal does go live, I will be covering it every single day on this channel, giving you all the ins and outs of the game. It's going to be amazing. But let's look at the gameplay. Let's look at some of the controls that are available for the monk and what the actual graphics look like of this character. Now, while I was at BlizzCon in 2019, of course, I played all of this. We had 20-minute sections of the game where we were able to play, but we were not able to record, to take screenshots, or anything like that. The only people that were able to do that were people that were contracted or whatever their deal was to stream from BlizzCon. I was not one of those people. It was my first time being invited out to BlizzCon by Blizzard, so we are not there yet on the relationship, but hopefully soon. So now, I'm sitting here playing this game, playing these characters, falling in love with it, realizing that I need a channel just for Diablo Immortal, and I was upset. I wasn't upset. That's the wrong word. I was disappointed. I couldn't record. I wanted to share this gameplay footage with you guys, but at the end of the day, we ended up finding it right here on Pinty Panda's channel on Twitch because it was streamed there, and that was cool. So that's the footage we're bringing you guys today. Super long story for just telling you how gameplay footage has come to be. But a lot of the footage that we've seen prior to this is either B-roll footage, which is like 2 or 3 minutes of action, but it's the same footage. And we've also seen stuff from 2018 BlizzCon for Diablo Immortal. So this is some of the longest footage that I've been able to find for the game in its current state, or what the current state was at BlizzCon 2019. And this was an amazing experience. The game didn't only look great, it didn't only play the way you would expect a Diablo game to play, but it was just so comfortable in my hands. Like I said, and I've said it in other videos before, I'll repeat it here in case you guys didn't hear that. I played all playthroughs, 20 minutes each on an iPad, and I played all playthroughs 20 minutes each on an iPhone or whatever the device was. So I was able to really get a feel for the game on both of the devices. Now, me personally, I'm really comfortable with a phone in my hand doing it and playing that way, but it was really nice to play on an iPad as well because you get to really take advantage of the graphics and the quality of the game. With that being said, the game played flawlessly, and there's a few things that I may repeat in this video that I spoke about in the gameplay footage when we were discussing the Demon Hunter. That's going to be right here if you guys want to go check it out, and it's probably going to be linked at the end of the video as well. It's another 20-minute segment where I go over what that looked like, how it played, and the supers and all that cool stuff. But some things, like I said, will be repeated in case maybe you guys didn't see that video. I don't want you to miss out on the information. So first of all, looking at the controls, you'll see you have your main attack, and then you have the 4 other special attacks. And you'll also notice that bar next to the main attack, it's getting longer and longer. It's growing within or right around the outside of that attack button. When that is completely full, that means that the super is ready, and it does not happen often. It's amazing when it does, and we're definitely going to highlight it in this video today so you don't miss it. Also, on the bottom of the screen, you'll notice a bar, and there we go, perfect timing. You notice the monk just got to level 4. On the bottom of the screen, there is a line. It's a very dull beige/yellow line that will go across the entire screen. Notice right now it's right underneath the monk image that I have on the left, and it's going to make its way all the way over here to my hand. When it gets right to here, that means your character is going to be leveling up to the next level. And well, that's how you see your progression. And obviously that'll happen more quickly in the beginning, more slowly as you progress on through the game. So before we go any further though, guys, I want to remind you that I do have a Discord server. Inside of that Discord server, we have a special section just for Diablo and Diablo Immortal. If you guys want to come through that and say what's up, ask some questions, or give me some ideas for videos, you are more than welcome. Consider this a personal invite. Link to that as well is in the description of this video. So the monk is a pretty cool character because he's spell wielding, but he's also a melee character as well. So he's kind of the best of both worlds. So let me talk about my experience in action RPGs in the past. And this is the pickup screen. You could see what it looks like when you're going to actually be finding gear and able to pick it up. There will be a button that pops up over here, and that's going to be to interact with something. It's going to show as a gear or as a hand, and that means going to open up a chest, pick up some gear, or do an action within the game. I always loved melee characters. I always tend to choose the guy in whatever game with a sword, with an axe, or something like that. Speaking of axe, remember that game Golden Axe back in the day on Sega and Sega Genesis? Let me know, Sega Genesis. Let me know down below if you played that game. Completely off topic, but it popped in my head. Did you ever play Golden Axe in like the late 80s, early 90s? I want to know. But as I was saying, I always pick those melee characters. It's just what I'm the most comfortable with. I like to be able to get in there and do some beat down. And I mean, that's the character to do it with. But I love characters like the Demon Hunter as well, where you could be ranged, or like the Wizard, where you could stay at range and attack and be brutal. But I tend to get a little bit too close when I'm playing as a Wizard or Demon Hunter or something like that. So if you want the ability to have some type of spells, to have some type of special things like that, but you also want to be more of a melee character where you can get in and brutalize a little bit right up and close, the monk may be the character that you will enjoy the most inside of the game. And my thought was never to play the monk first. I would probably play as the Demon Hunter, maybe the Barbarian, I don't know. It would be one of those two most likely. But watching this gameplay of the monk, it's bringing me back to BlizzCon, and it's telling me that this might be the right character for me. Now, with that being said, guys, you all know that I'm going to play every single character in the game. I'm going to max them all out. I'm going to play through everything with all of them, and I'm going to be doing that with you guys as well. You're not going to miss a thing. But, you know, this one may be the one that captures my heart, the monk. Let me know if you plan on playing the monk inside of Diablo Immortal, or if it's going to be one of the last characters that you do decide to use. Now, if we look at that super bar right above the hand, you'll notice it is getting awfully close to being full, and we're going to get to see very soon what the super looks like. Now, something really cool is you get direction inside of the game, and that's why I love Diablo Immortal, guys. It's okay, the super is there. Notice it popped up on the screen. It looks like a man running. When that button is pushed, the super will be used. Walk around and get lost. There it is. Oh my goodness. Check out how awesome this super is. The blue glow around the screen, the brutal melee attacks going on with that monk. I'm telling you what, guys. I'm telling you what, and I'm telling you right now. We just reached level 5 as well. The monk is going to be the character I play. He is amazing, and that super just sold me on it. Did it sell you? You got to let me know. So during the super, the rank up happened because so many enemies were taken down as well. So back on track, the arrow on the screen is going to tell you where you need to go. And I don't like the games, and I may be in the minority here, I don't know, but I don't like, look at that, increased movement speed. I don't like the games that are going to make me try and find my way where I get lost. I like the idea of it. The idea is definitely good, but it always bothers me when it gets to that point where, okay, I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. I'm looking at the map and I don't know where I've been. I don't know where to go. And that just frustrates me inside of games. But here we have the ability to free roam. We can roam around wherever we want. It's not a linear game, but it's also not wide open to the point where you have no direction and you're going to get lost. So if you want to follow your objectives, you could always just follow the arrow and you will be in good hands. And I love that. It's just perfect for me. I don't want linear, but I don't want total open world with no direction either. So I think that Diablo Immortal really nailed it on that one. Now, there's a few things that we talked about, like I said in the other video, and I urge you guys to go check it out, because if you didn't see the Demon Hunter in depth as we're looking at the Monk right now, you really need to. It's going to get you more excited about the game. But the controls here, all the supers, and I'm not sure if they're going to be shown in this video, so we're going to discuss it here, and I am going to hope that we're going to be able to see all the supers, and that we're going to be able to see all the gear screens as well. Not sure what's actually in this entire recording, all 20 minutes of it, but you're able to customize what are in what slots. You have many more skills than just these 4, but you can choose the 4 you want to use. So yes, it's just like in Diablo 3, where you have a ton of skills, you choose where they are bound, and you use the ones that you're most interested in that best fit your gameplay style. And I love that. I love that we're not stuck with a handful of skills, maybe that aren't the best or that we don't love. We can always use our favorite 4 and mix them up whenever you want. Plus, it looks like they could be leveled up as well, because when we do see that screen, it shows you level 1, a hungry corpse. What is this? I haven't seen this before. Well, that's pretty cool. It's kind of like a treasure goblin, but what does it give you when you take it down? It's a hungry corpse, glowing with gold. Is it like an enemy? I'm not sure. Let's get this guy down. Oh, we're taking some heat right now too, guys. All right, he did drop a bunch of gold, some health globes as well. Actually, not much. It was not a reward, that's for sure. Here we go, using some of those abilities. No super yet, but the super is getting filled up yet again. Remember, you have your health globe right here, as well as able to pick them up from the ground. So there's a good amount of health. Now, someone did comment in my last video that it looks like our heroes are taking down the enemies really easily and really quickly. And yeah, it does look like that. That's actually pretty true, but it's also worth noting, guys, this is the first 20 minutes of the game. When you get into a game in the beginning, most games are not going to be devastating right from that first takeoff, that first step off the boat. Usually it's going to be a progression just so you can get used to the controls, so you can get used to the system, and so you can get used to the game, rather than just diving into just complete brutality where you are going to get frustrated. Because the last thing a game company wants you to do in any game is get frustrated, put the game down, and say, I'm not going to do that one again. So of course you have to have some type of progression, some type of time inside of the game where you can get everyone addicted to it and want to come back and not want to put it down, to the point where the phone is so hot and burning in your hands, but you're going to play through it because you love it. And that is what Diablo Immortal is going to be. Well, it's probably not going to make your hand burn, because it's going to run so darn smooth, and it's not going to take high-end devices as well. And how that just transitioned to that is just perfect. People are always asking, am I going to have the newest iPad, the newest iPhone to run this? And my answer is no. Obviously, things are going to run better and look better on the newer devices, but Blizzard historically has always made their games playable on a multitude of devices and capabilities. So okay, here we go. These are the skills. Notice they're all level 1 over there on the left-hand side, and you can choose what slots they're put in. I believe that the game is going to be playable on so many different devices, from, you know, mediocre phones that are not new to the newest of phones and iPads as well. I mean, the iPad that I have is a 2-year-old iPad. I still use all the games that I play are being played on that iPad, and it runs beautifully and it looks gorgeous. So really, I think we are going to be in good hands. Different types of devices. We will not have to go buy the latest device to play this game. It would just be bad business if that were the case, because think about how fewer people could play it if that were to be how it's actually run. So we're getting some good gameplay, some good beatdowns from this monk, and we're getting a good look at a bunch of the abilities. Now, I'm not sure if they're going to change any of these abilities and the skills up throughout the video here, but if they do, we'll be sure to take note. Nice skill right there, where they pull in all of the enemies and then use that strike from all different directions. And another level reaching level 6, and looks like the super was used and I missed it. Hopefully I can catch it up in my editing skills. Here we go, looking at the exploding palm, flying kick, 7-side strikes, cyclone strike, fists of thunder, and here he goes, moving those skills around. So now we have a different skill, and there it was. That kick was just used. Look at that. That is so sweet. I'm sold, guys. I am the monk. Will you monk with me? It's going to be awesome. And to touch on a few other topics of things that I know are going to be in the comments section, one being, When is this game going to be released? Is it ever coming out? And yes, it is. Of course, they're in quarantine. They're getting a lot less production done than they would, in them being people at Blizzard, than they would if they were all in the office, as are all of us actually in this world right now. And mind you, remember to stay safe, stay home, be smart, guys. It's important stuff. But I was thinking in the past that we would see an alpha in June. I did put a video out on that as well, where someone said, it was another content creator that I don't personally know, they said that they were invited to an alpha for Blizzard's Diablo Immortal in June. They showed a screenshot of an email that they received. I made a video on this as well. You can find it right there. And they said that they were going to have alpha. I don't know if this is true or not, but I really don't believe it's true. If you want all the details on that and my thoughts on it, go check out that video because I break it down inside of there. But my thought was that in June or July, we would have an alpha. But then coronavirus hit. I know that things slowed down for them. I know they are not as on top of it as they were. I know they are still working on it, of course, but I think, and this is just my gut feeling, I believe we are going to see Diablo Immortal's alpha in early fall. So let's just say September. I would think it's going to be an alpha, which is like a, very small amount of people that can have it. Content creators, testers, or people that are just part of the community in some way that can give really good feedback for the game. I think it's going to be in alpha for a few months, 2 or 3 months, hopefully only 2 or 3, and then it's going to go into a beta, which is going to be open for a lot more people to try out, to test it out, maybe region specific, I'm not sure. And then after that, hopefully just another 3 months, then it's going to be live for everyone. So the thought is, from me, that there's going to be an announcement at BlizzCon 2020, if there is a BlizzCon 2020, because of everything going on in the world right now. It may be remote, if you haven't heard, or at least maybe that's just general discussion around the internet. Not sure if any announcements were made, but I think that at BlizzCon 2020, it's going to be announced when it's going to release. I think that's going to be the thing. We would be lucky, and I would be very excited if it actually released at BlizzCon 2020. That would be pretty cool. And like I said, guys, once it does release, when Diablo Immortal is here, this YouTube channel, which was created just for this game, it will be, or I will, on it. I will be putting out a video every single day. My experiences going through, tips, guides, maps, all that kind of stuff, so that you can get the best experience out of the game when you decide to dive on in. And if you wonder what I do on top of this, I have another YouTube channel. I'm a full-time content creator here on YouTube and streamer over on DLive. And I have another channel that has just reached 200,000 subscribers. If you're subscribed over there, thank you so much for that support. And over there, we do Clash of Clans and other mobile strategy games. So mostly focused on Supercell games. We used to do Clash Royale. We do a little bit of Brawl Stars. We do Clash of Clans. But here, it's action RPGs with that strong focus on Diablo Immortal. Now, of course, I'll do other games on here too. Like I put out a video or two on Anima, where I was comparing it to Diablo Immortal, and other mobile action RPG games, plus a little bit of Diablo 3 games as well. Sometimes I'll put some Diablo 3 footage in the background while we talk about what's going to be happening or my thoughts on something for Immortal. So that's what you can find on this channel. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do it. If you did already, thank you. I appreciate that support. Actually, this channel is going very well, and I'm very excited about what is to come when the game actually comes out, because then it'll be much easier to make content when there's an actual game. But because I like you guys so much, and I really didn't want you to miss the super, we went back and found that moment happening so we could revisit it right here at the end of the video. The third time you're going to get to see the super of that monk being used, and here we go. Look at this ability. Probably not used at the best time, just some zombies rolling around, but what a great super. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really do hope you check out the Demon Hunter, and coming next is going to be gameplay footage of the Barbarian. Links to all these videos are down below, and if you can't find them down below, head to the main page of the channel, guys. You can find all of the videos right there, from most recently released to the most popular. It's all laid out right there for you. Thank you guys so much for sticking around till the end of the video. If you made it this far, you are definitely helping out my YouTube channel, and I appreciate that so very much. So thank you guys. Thank you. I hope you guys are being safe. Hope you're staying home, and I hope you are not giving up your hope on Diablo Immortal. I'll be here with you guys, and I'll see you in the game when it does launch. Until then, take care and be good.